2 years and 48 issues later, we finally got the Valkyrie figure we were after. Thank goodness for that. Hello everyone, MMC Fan here, and welcome to another Marvel Movie Collection figurine review. Today we're taking a look at issue 123, which is Scrap a Valkyrie from Thor Ragnarok. So the character is Valkyrie in her scrap outfit, the one she wears for the majority of the film. It's issue 123 in the collection, and it originally released on the 18th of February 2021, though it was slightly late onto the web shop. There's been a lot of delays this year, so these dates are just kind of estimates. It's in 1/16 scale, 13.6 centimeters tall, and weighs 90 grams, and the RRP when it came out was $14.99 with the usual 16-page magazine. In terms of availability, as it's a recent release, it's nice and easy to get hold of via the Eaglemoss webshop and eBay as well. Forbidden Planet Online has sold out at the time of posting, but it's still very easy to find. And here's the release pattern. Pause the video to see if it's available in your territory, but of course, being a new release at time of posting, it won't appear in many countries just yet. So here she is on the turntable, and it's impossible to talk about this one without first taking a trip down memory lane to issue 75, which was the first time Valkyrie entered the collection, and it was abysmal. Eaglemoss decided to use her final battle outfit, and instead of making the main scrapper one that she wears for most of the film and is in all the posters and everything, they chose an awkward pose with a flapping cape and hair that was flapping in the wind, and it had outstretched weapons, and it made it impossible to fit her in a regular box, so she had to come in this massive additional sized box, and they were severely prone to breakages all the time. And then, to top it all off, they gave her this bland nothing likeness. It's regarded by many as one of the worst figures in the collection, and it's very easy to see why. So fast forward to now, and here we have what should have been issue 75 in the first place. And as a side note, that would have left this issue slot open for the endgame version with the braided hair, but never mind. This one improves on the original figure in pretty much all areas. It's not perfect, but definitely the Valkyrie you should be picking up out of the two. Firstly, the pose is so much better, straight from this promo photo, which is used on most of the Ragnarok merch, and it has been recreated really faithfully. It also fits in a regular sized box and isn't so top heavy that she comes unstuck from the base like last time. The sculpt is pretty detailed, particularly on the outfit and the belt and around the sword as well. Interestingly, that's the same sword from her previous figure, but this time it's partially sheathed rather than pointing straight outwards. The cape is really nice, and the likeness, whilst it's not jaw-dropping, it's so much better than the first time round, with a more accurate skin tone as well, and the face paint, which this last figure was missing due to them picking the final battle look, but that really helps her look like Valkyrie, is that iconic face paint on her face. One annoying thing that is starting to creep into these figures more and more as we go on is a really obvious glue line where the pieces of the model have been put together. On this one, it's halfway down the back of her head and hair where the sword meets her back. I don't know if you can notice it on there, but thankfully that's on the back of the figure, so it doesn't hurt it too much. But that is starting to happen a little bit more where it's obvious where they're gluing them together. Hopefully that doesn't persist. Paintwork is good, lots of gold buckles and details over the outfit, and some of the silver detailing is really intricate too. Love the colour of the sword and the cape against the darkness of her outfit. It's all really good. I do have a fingerprint on the back of mine though, which does sometimes happen when they paint, and it's really sad that that wasn't caught, but again, it's on the back so it doesn't bother me too much. The scale is okay. She's shorter than her previous version, but to be fair, she's no longer wearing those ridiculous 80s platform heels that they gave her last time, so perhaps that's why. She's much, much shorter than Loki and Thor, but to be fair, so is the actress, Tessa Thompson, and she still looks good alongside them, and alongside Korg and the Grandmaster as well. I'll have some comparisons later on in the video. In fact, let's do those right now. So here she is alongside Gladiator Thor and her previous version, a little shorter but a much stronger representation of Valkyrie in my opinion, and definitely the version they should have gone with in the first place. And here she is alongside Korg and the Grandmaster. She complements them both really well and really strengthens that Ragnarok lineup, which had previously been one of the strongest in the entire collections from a particular film, with the exception of Valkyrie herself, so this is a really nice addition. So for the takeaway, character design gets a 4, a much better representation of the character, but we should have already had it really. The likeness gets 3.5, you can clearly see who it's supposed to be, but it's nothing jaw-dropping. Scale gets a 4, couple of centimeters more would have been perfect in my opinion. Paintwork gets a 4, very good in some places, could have done with some more time in others perhaps. And the overall look gets a 4, it's definitely cool, but it's not the best of the best. In terms of value for money, I've given it a 4.5, it's a pretty standard size for these figures, it's not amazing value, but nor is it a rip-off. All in all, I think everyone is going to want Valkyrie in their collections, especially as she's an active MCU character right now, so I would 100% recommend this one. If you're happy with issue 75 and you already have that one, then this one is not essential, but I think a lot of people were really disappointed with the first one, so I would definitely recommend picking this one up. She's not a bad figure at all, but in my opinion, the least exciting of those I've reviewed on here so far, so she comes in at the bottom of my ranking so far. As always, thank you for watching. You can get all the latest Marvel movie collection news by following me on Instagram, Facebook, subscribing right here on YouTube, and joining the discussion in the Facebook group too. My next review might have too much wingspan to fit on the turntable. You'll soon find out why. Keep on collecting.